You return to the wagon after you and your fellow exiles vanquished the Pyre hearts and find Volfred waiting for you there. Well done back there, my kin. You are serving your companions well. Now then, I have something that I wish to share with you if you have a moment. We have discussed the plan of which we're all a part. I have a means of measuring our progress towards the goal of it. It's now 26%. I'd like for you to have a look at it. First, let's determine where the rites may take us next. Look forth. I expect you shall again see several shining stars where once you saw but one. Gaze again into the darkness of the night. The scribe stars beckon. Triesta, the silver star. Gold, the south star. Blue, the vernal star. Who do I want to fight? Several shining stars. The trick of the eye, or the will of the scribes. Who can say? I too once gained this newfound vision many years ago, following my first liberation rite, and I believe only we of the Nightwings have this gift. I realize that, in choosing whom the Nightwings confront in each rite, we in turn influence which triumvirate we face when the time comes for someone to be set free. The object I invite you to use contains further detail. Henceforth, you may use Volfred's planner to see your current progress, an object that shows relative standings between the 9 triumvirates and the rites. Look upon it now. We have 9. Using Volfred's planner, you may assess your progress towards your ultimate goal, as well as check the current standings of your adversaries. Volfred shall keep this information up to date for the remainder of your quest. You may look over it now, or anytime in the Black Wagon, or while searching the stars. There's 1. Total rites conducted 9. Victories and defeats. Salium, the 5th of 9th moon, 8:37 AS. At long last, the plan is well underway. The cycle of the rites turns quickly for the time. We soon shall have another stab upon the fall of Solium. Okay. Yeah, it gets smacked. I run into you? I had to have faced all of these people once. Okay. Favor. Okay, so as their favor goes up and down, that will be who we face. Well, let's go look. I could fight the witches. Ooh, in the pretty glade of the Loo. I don't know if I want to fight you guys. I feel you'll be fast. Yeah, let's go to Dalbert. I like him. We're close by. So we're going to go against fate again. Adversaries or no, I hope Dalbert and Almer have been holding up. Seems they've been through quite a lot. Then shares with you what details he attained of your next adversaries. Dalbert Oldheart, an adversary who showed you respect and even generosity. Despite his advanced age, he also made for a formidable opponent. He and his son. The so-called Almer the Helpless, ever present at his father's side. He was abandoned as an infant before Dalbert found him and raised him as his own. Dalbert taught his son everything he knew of his cultural heritage, as a descendant of one of the Alpha Chiefs thought to be descended from Yomir himself. However, his more vocal attempts to preserve old Kerr traditions in the Commonwealth often fell on deaf ears, or even roused the anger of officials. One day, he insisted on celebrating Fang Song against the wishes of his family. His family's caution was well-founded in this case, and he was taken into custody. Fang Song, an old Kerr holiday in which a single pack of Kerrs vanquished an entire Imperial brigade, and Yomir's jaws and Yomir many manes ran red that day, the song of the chief. As for Almer, as his father was led away, he put up enough of a fight to where he wound up sharing his father's cell, and soon enough, his sentence. In the downside, their faith brought them in contact with a pack of spiritual Kerrs residing in Jomir Valley. In time, they became acquainted with the rites and helped to revitalize the long-struggling triumvirate known as the Fate. And I like their little symbol. They have since struggled on, at times flirting with freedom, though seldom getting within striking distance. Yet, still, they long to find a way to return to their ancestral home and family. Poor Dalbert. Seems like a decent enough sort. Same for his son. In any case, we'll see them soon enough. Let's get some rest for now. I think I might do another run of this, because you bid Hedwyn a good evening. It is too late to take flight, so you make plans to rise at dawn to continue your travels. It makes me want to take another run at this where I'm just losing every right, because like the point of the Nightwings was to free other individuals. From what I remember, the Nightwings themselves were never. It wasn't specifically for them to get free, although I'm sure, you know, by nature of the rights and competing, Nightwings would end up going free. But like that was the whole point, is they were there for the others. So by constantly winning these rights and freeing my own people, I am now denying the opportunity to the other triumvirates. So I am curious how the game will play out if I do another run where I intentionally lose every right. But that's for another time. More reading. Wilfred's planner. Wilfred maintains a detailed summary of your progress through the rites. Out with Jodariel. Pyre hearts, in the words of Halb the Swallow, the Accursed. The Pyre hearts all follow in the path forged by the Underking Ors, whose many mighty deeds exceed the smallest stature that somehow contained him. His is the most spirited triumvirate, their courage unfaltering, their hearts full. They live always with vigor, and perhaps they die with it as well. They are the Underking's own kind, as at home above the sea as in it, never ceasing, ever longing, as they do for something more. The Underking chose wisely for these qualities, and teaches that a life devoid of passion is a life devoid of life itself. That burning passion is the fuel that drives the Pyre hearts, and in turn, us all. Sir Gilman is in a contemplative mood. He's been rather quiet, at least more than usual, ever since his confrontation with Sir Deluge. He notices you there and slides forth in a solemn manner. This night, he knows what he shall do now when all of this is over, Master Reader. We Wyrm Knights, we are all born and raised to prove ourselves superior to all the other billions of our kind, to lead our lives, however short, with glory. From the moment we shove past our wormling brethren in their egg sacs to the very end, we are conditioned to excel, to prevail at all costs. This relentless pursuit of glory, of fame, of self-worth, it leads most of this knight's kind only to an early doom, or, in the case of Sir Deluge, it leads to a life of falsehood. A life of low deceit, abusing one's fellow Wyrm Knights, shirking one's responsibility, living in constant fear. This knight cannot abide his former commander, yet pities him. There must be more to honor than to lead a life engulfed in endless conflict. Then he looks at you intently. This knight shall ever seek that honor out, when all of this is ended, Master Reader. Thus he vows to you, and he is ever grateful that your guidance led him to this new awakening. But, until such time, this knight is duty-bound unto the Nightwings. This, the fulfillment of our plan, and our pursuit of freedom, is to be his final quest. For what awaits him afterward is no mere quest. The honor that this knight has sought. It cannot be fully achieved through knighthood, can it? It requires something more. Temporalis. I trust you understand. He slithers off, his head held high, though not merely in pride. Something has changed in him. He's gained 2 presents permanently! Good for him! Oh, good for him. Alright, let's get out of here. Being here in Flagging Hands continues to sap most everyone's spirits. Companions lost -1 hope for the next right. Lame. Now it's -2. God. Ooh. A blinky light. Below, amid the desolation of Flagging Hands, you see big Bertrude's from which you first embarked by sea. You wonder how its venerable proprietor is faring. I am certain that Big Bertrude must have left a strong impression on you all. She is not easy to forget. I've known her since before my exile or hers. She's been here a long time. I've sent my agents to repay her for assisting you, and to send her our regards. The old wagon must have been in need of some repairs. Just going and looking for some things to look at. Don't worry. Girly pops are flying. Lots of things. As you fly aloft over the area of Downside Prairie, where first your path diverged, you see Rookie looking down at the lands below. You know, chum, I gotta say, I never did get over you taking us through Blooming Pool that first time way back when. To think that someone of your character would side with Jody rather than myself. It is fortunate for our sake that the reader does not often heed your advice, Greentail. Hey, that's gold, Jody. My chum here listens to me at every turn, I'll have you know. Except for that first time. A shame, we shall never know what delights awaited us at Hollow Root. Oh, you missed out. You mark my words. Well, we'd all be riding in style by now rather than sputtering about in this old thing. No doubt. Despite how it appeared to you at first, they both seemed to be in good spirits, reminiscing about old times. Yay! Yonder lies the Ridge of Gold, somewhat less imposing when viewed from this vantage point. Do you not agree, reader? The myths of the Downside hold that it is no mere ridge of stone, but the remains of Lord Gandroth, once slain by Golathanian himself. The Serpent Titan vanquished by the scribe Golathanian. He brandished his tower shield and sent Gandroth's fury back into his countenance. The Book of Rites. Golathanian, second of the 8 scribes of the Book of Rites, known as the Oath Ticker or the Repentant, the Empire's Master General, entered exile of his own volition to pursue his liege. Though, perhaps such tales are of little import now, when you stand to confront the fate there in just a short while. Is there more points of interest? Yay! You soar near to the border of the Sandfolds. Exiles cast down river wash up on the southern edge of the Downside in an unlivable waste. Exiles who survive the river journey are then left to struggle here, where your companions first found you in the Downside long ago. There's nothing for you there, and you wish to never see it again. Actually, can I go back up and see, are there other points of interest up over here? Nope. At least not that I can see. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna find something of value. Yeah, let's go. We didn't go to Hollowroot, so now we'll go to Hollowroot. Make successful landing in Downside Prairie near the southern edge of the Downside. Memories of having first met Hedwyn, Jodariel, and Maruki come flooding back. You now should have some time in the vicinity before continuing onward toward the Ridge of Gold I land. Ah, it seeks Sir Gilman. Okay. But I should be okay. First, let's rummage with Tizo. The little imp Tizo, keen sense for things now takes you far into the lush overgrowth of Hollowroot. Keeping up with him proves difficult at times. All of a sudden, he begins to hop and screech. Tizo wants you to help him dig up something right under his feet. You begin to dig in the vicinity and soon uncover something long since buried, perhaps for someone such as yourself to find. A bright wisp, you sense its hidden power. If banished while possessing the orb, the bearer has a chance to automatically pass it, 75%. The tiny light-emitting creature in this cavern has taken residence there, rejoiced despite appearing trapped. Wow, that's really nice! You observe Tizo rummaging about the black wagon as though in search of something. He notices you there and rushes up to greet you. Tizo is glad that you are here. He was just reminiscing about old times. But just as quickly, he resumes his search. Tizo is looking for something a former exile of the Nightwings once gave him. He is growing frustrated that the objects he seeks is nowhere to be found. You almost do not notice the lone minstrel's approach. I'm afraid that it is gone, Tizo. I'm very sorry. Reader, it is nothing that ought to be cause for much concern, merely that Tizo has misplaced something of sentimental value to him. It was just a spare bandage, he indicates, exactly like the one on his horn. Tizo here has had many adventures with the Nightwings. Is that not so, Tizo? He squawks in approval. Those memories shall always stay with you. Is that not what matters most of all? He confirms this as well. Then please do not worry yourself about it anymore. It is a symbol of a distant past besides. Tizo skulks away, up into the rafters. The lone minstrel watches him go. The object that he seeks does not exist, reader. Tizo searches for it from a fleeting memory of his days with the Nightwings of the past. He performed the regular duties of the drive imps at first, but soon distinguished himself. I was none too surprised. He was clearly special. Drive imps, ravenous creatures indigenous to the downside, possessing few passions other than a fast meal. Few in the Commonwealth believe these beasts are real, though stories of them are often told in jest. He had grown close with the other members of the Nightwings when misfortune fell, and the triumvirate fell apart. Perhaps Volfred has revealed to you more of the details. As for Tizo, I feel he must make peace with the shadows of his past somehow. Perhaps then he shall cease searching. You need not worry for him, of course. He is resilient and shall always serve the Nightwings well. You might say that he was born for it. Begging your pardon, reader. The lone minstrel excuses himself in his polite way, leaving you to consider what he said. Bio update Tizo. Yields fruit from time to time, but only if one says the magic word. A keepsake from the down... Oh! A downberry. That's exciting. Okay, let's read our book. The downside is the downside prairie, in the words of Molten Malaith, the Wild Witch. The downside is connected to our realm via a single artery, the river named for our prestigious sap colleague, Luce Glorian. The river gushes into seeming nothingness. That seeming nothingness turns out, of course, to be the downside. Its existence undermines thousands of years of thought about the composition of our world. The downside southern edge we call the Sandfolds. It is a desecrated wasteland, speaking well to this land's lack of hospitality. Here, the strength of many who survived the river journey finally fails. If only they could clamber further north, where lies the verdant downside prairie. A better place to perish, to be sure. Guys, I'm tired. It's 4 p.m. on a Sunday. 4 p.m. on a Sunday. I did some reading. I read some Pyre the Ninth. I'm tired. Okay, let's go to... Okay, yeah, let's go to the Ridge of the Goal. We're gonna conduct the rites here against Dalbert. Okay, whew. I got Klaus here. He got a bath today. I left my entire drinky downstairs. Hold on, everyone. I gotta go get my little drink. Okay, I'm back. I got my little drink. A messenger imp with news and rumors from the other side somehow tracks you down in the sweeping plains of Downside Prairie. Oh, I love him. The imp's message pertains to Ray, who you liberated at the fall of Solium, and whose past transgressions have all been forgiven since her return to the Commonwealth. You learn that she was taken in by a well-to-do foster family and was to be given private schooling of the highest order in the Astralist tradition. Astralist, a theocratic sect believing divine authority rests with the stars. They alone dictate the future. We will all return as stars, so much the brighter should we live with glory. Klaus, I need you to figure out where you want to sit on my knee. You're just crawling around under there. It's not very helpful. They promised her that in time she might one day have the honor of teaching the children of the Commonwealth herself. However, she soon went her own way, insisting that the 8 scribes themselves were calling her. She started wandering again all on her own. That is until she located Volfred's agents. Thus her wandering ceased, and the ranks of the revolution grow stronger. Ray also left a simple message. Believe in the scribes. I miss her. I love her. You thank the messenger imp for the report as your companions gathered to discuss. I can't wait to do another playthrough where I get to keep her for longer. Sounds like she's making a difference out there. I often felt she was the bravest of us all. Perhaps those scribes of hers yet live for hers is a charmed life. Key room. Which means Tizo misses having Ray around, though is pleased to hear that she is well. Yay! She better be more careful, else they'll throw her right back in here with the rest of us. You keep on telling those snooty Commonwealth good-for-nothing what's up, Ray. Small in stature was the goodly Ray, yet great indeed in spirit. Even now, this knight remains in awe of her. The news of Ray's liberation fills you and your fellow exiles with newfound resolve. Yay, plus hope, which is really nice, because I think we still had -1 from the Bogland. Let's go to our little horse-looking statue. Page revealed. Oh, can we stop getting pages? Okay. Hey guys, say, what are you guys doing all the way back here? You know it's not so bad here. I was thinking, and I got some pretty good stuff. I think you ought to check it out. Wait, when did I get this? Traded them. I can sell. Your has just automatic acid, 75%. That is very helpful. I shall give that to whoever I pick first. Plucked from the downside clinger plant, strangling the back wall of your wagon, used as a stress reliever. Yeah, I guess it's just for me to sell. Burning Promise. After dousing, the bear earns a reward up to 3 times. That will be very nice. I'll grab this +2. Proceed. Okay. Thanks, guys. Good luck in the thing you're going to tonight. Anything for you, Ron. Okay, we gotta... What's this blinking? Tease's biography is new. What's going on in Tease's biography? Though guiltless, he indicates he would commit the foulest crimes against Commonwealth cuisine. Interesting. I'll read some of that a bit later. We already have to do so much annoying reading. Ugh. I shouldn't say that. Reading is important. The scribe's deeds and the words of Gol Golathani and the Master General. I wish to be remembered not for boastfulness, thus I refrain from detailing our exploits across the land, save to say that they were numerous. Know that only through our combined strength of arms and wit did we withstand this savage land, such were the monstrous dangers that it posed. I came to see that all the terrors which I heard at bedside in my youth were based entirely in fact. So great they were, they blotted out the sky. Such was the evil that we vanquished, that the remnants of it yet shine under the stars, and in the end, it was the stars which guided us toward our truest calling. The words of Luz Glorian, 100 Minds, the scholar, the Ridge of Gaul. The serpent titan Gandroth turned to brittle stone not long after his death, of that you may be certain. What remains is a flat, elevated basin that stands us closer to the heavens. Upon the fallen Gandroth's side, the stars themselves alight, and you shall know you stand on sacred ground. We set the metal sigils, lit the candle flames, and we emblazoned on the rock-like forms the sigil of our passage to and from this land. And then the stars themselves, they did reply to us. They sang, shining bright, their voices loud and clear. We understood their cadence, and we knew how often to return. Okay. That's lovely. I have some scribe trials. There you are again, my lovely reader. How may I be of service? We must begin. It is your turn, Hedwyn. You ask Sandra to administer one of her special trials for Hedwyn. Oh, you must mean that nomad boy. So innocent, that one. I should have a lot of work to do with him. Then let us bring him forth. Soon Hedwyn appears in heat of the summons. Hey, my friend, what's going on? Ugh. Just a sleepy day. It's just a sleepy day all around. Gotta wake up. Gotta do this scribe trial. Gotta wake up. I can't fail. The apparition Sandra appears and unfastens her mask. Listen well, boy. You answer to me here. Understood. You are a fool. Do not talk back to me. Your reliance on your friends is such a burden upon them. Let us see what you can do without their aid. Save for the head of your lovely reader there. Well, alright. That's not fair. Oh look, it's the original trio. Oop. This is only going to get more hard. Nar! Oh, exploded. No, that's not fair. Okay. This is what I get. Yes. I'm so cool. I'm so cool and smart. Okay. Okay. I'm bad. Bad at this. I understand that now. Oh, I hit the wrong button. This is not fair. Eee! Okay. Why am I hitting space to jump? I need not that. And I just walked straight out of the way. We did it! It seems you did indeed, boy. Your performance was sufficient and you passed my test. Thus, congratulations are in order, to you and to your lovely reader. Now farewell. But not yet! We have another trial! I don't remember who it's for. Is it for Sir Gilman? We'll find out. It's full of mysteries. Good to be back after all that. Say, what's that you have there? You received Gold's Bracer for completing Headwind's trial. Headwind power casts his aura with greater ease and then gains infinite stamina on hit for 2 seconds. Okay, that'll be helpful. Shimmering crystal inscribed with glyphs beyond your understanding. You called for me again? Christopher's scribe trial? I shall gladly apply to my reader, who is to be the lucky one this time. It was Sir Gilman. I remember correctly. You think that dimwit of a worm has any chance? Perhaps you are correct, though I put little stock in him myself. Though, let us bring him forth. Soon, Sir Gilman appears in heat of the summons. Master Reader! Is this knight perchance in trouble for something? Let's do this! Worm. The apparition Sandra appears and unfastens her mask. Listen well, Worm. You answer to me here. As you will, Your Highness. Your Highness. I like the sound of that, though flattery shall get you nowhere here. Demonstrate your competence to me then, Worm. You shall have to do it mostly on your own, though under the guidance of your lovely reader. I trust you are prepared. Have they always been by themselves and I just straight up didn't remember? Of course, Your Highness. This knight accepts this challenge. I gotta be a little guy. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I do not. No. Oh, his hope is so low. That's not fair. Oh, again. It's being so kind to me, too. Okay. Gosh. I was arrogant. I was an arrogant little boy. Why? Wow, I really just don't know how to do this. I'm actually gonna lose this scribe trial. I still have to do that 2 more times. Why did I do that? That makes no sense to me. Why? What is wrong? Okay, I just lost. Good job to me. My first loss ever. Am I able to redo that? Curses! Laughable. The worm lacks any concept of his foolishness. I would tell you not to waste my time, Worm, but the truth is that my time is there for you to waste. Do you think you could do better than that? Yes! I did not think I was this rusty with Sir Gilman. I thought he was one of the ones I was good at. Perhaps that worm of yours shall not fail so badly as before. Don't say that. Sound nice to me. I really thought I was better at Sir Gilman than I am. I'm not. My fingers fumble. It's because they have their shadowy lady. Their shadowy big lady. Oh, it's her. And I don't fully... That's not fair. Right into it, and I lose. No, I don't lose. I keep going. I just have to... Just right into it. Right into it. Wow! This computer's so much faster. I'm just a little guy. No! Oh, I ran right into it. Why didn't that snap? Ugh! I was making a little warpath. I just gotta slip and slide right in there. I can't hesitate. I can't get funky fresh with it. I just gotta go. Oh, I'm embarrassed. I've been humbled. Huzzah! This knight prevails! I have no choice but to concur with that assessment, Worm. Your performance was sufficient, and you passed my test. Thus, congratulations are in order. To you and to your lovely reader. Now farewell.